What's up, y'all? Welcome to Super Retro, a nostalgic podcast about retro gaming, movies and film, nostalgia, pop culture, music from the 80s and 90s. I'm Chuck, that's Will. We got a whole show of just some awesome shit to talk to y'all about. TikTok is blowing up. We love it. We love all the engagement, like we always say. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Leave your comments. We love them. I have this big list going of
for
listeners.
Yeah.
We have to do some followers
research for them.
And there's a lot of them on there because every single one that I see that someone leaves a comment and says you guys need to talk about this game or talk about this movie or this topic, I write it down, even if I've never heard of it. So we're gonna have to get to those.
Yep.
But maybe we can do like once we get enough of them, we can do a whole
episode on those. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's a really cool idea. But what's up, man? You been enjoying the comments?
Mm-hmm.
What's some of the stuff you saw? People talking about. People are saying Will sounds like Tom Segura.
Every time I see it, it cracks me the fuck up.
That is hilarious. And sometimes I see it too.
Somebody said they thought you was Will Ferrell.
Me?
Yeah, I swear you didn't see that.
No, they didn't say that.
To God, bro. Somebody said the dude on the left looked like Will Ferrell.
Oh my God.
And I was dead, bro. Because every time like they say Tom Segura, like I'm like I take it as a slight, but then I'm like, I like Tom Segura.
I don't think it's a slight.
Like I love Tom Segura. Like I told you that day, I was like, I'll take that.
Dude, I feel comfortable when I'm watching Tom Segura talk.
Me too.
On his podcast with his wife. When
Your
he's
mom's
talking.
house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
When I'm watching it, I'm immediately happy.
100%.
I'm just like, okay, I'm going to settle in.
Dude, every time I see that, it's been multiple times somebody said that about me. And I was like, dude, that's 100% compliment.
100%.
But they said you look like Will Ferrell. Bro.
That's hilarious. I personally like when people clown us.
Yeah, it's the best.
I love it.
We grew up in an era where it was getting picked on was normal. You know what I mean? Like we're not from the era where you're not allowed to pick on people.
Yeah, my feelings don't get hurt at all.
You couldn't.
We went to public schools in Louisville, Kentucky. Shit's wild.
Yeah, you can't fucking hurt me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm at work and people are like, "You're so short." I'm like, "Dude, I've been hearing that since fucking I was 7."
I know, it's so washed.
Like
what else you got?
Cool, I'm short.
Yeah. What else you got?
Yeah.
But
pick on me.
I love it. Matter of fact, bring it on.
Pick on us.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love reading the shit. Like somebody was clowning me, and dude, I was asleep last night, and I woke up for a minute, and I thought about a comment that somebody left, and I busted out laughing in my sleep.
That's funny.
And then, but after I read it yesterday, I literally would find myself just thinking about it and just smiling and like laughing to myself. The way I pronounced Shigeru Miyamoto, people are like, that is not how you pronounce his name, or they'll quote the way I said, they'll spell his name the way I said it. Bro, I'm dying off that. I really don't know how to pronounce his name. He's the president of Nintendo, the guy that created Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto. I don't know how to say it like a Japanese person. Sorry, I'm from Kentucky. Give me a break.
Yeah, at least I'm trying, man.
There was a part when I was like looking at the notes for that show, I was like, I'm not even gonna say his name. It's like, I'll just say the president or the Mario creator, but
yeah, we say a lot of shit wrong.
I took a swing at it.
We're gonna have errors, so it's just the way we are.
You know what else? So if you go to our TikTok page and see the Mario 2 video we put up, which is kind of going mini viral right now. Someone called us out on this too.
I know what you're gonna say.
The sun.
Yeah, I wasn't even in the game.
It was not so
because that game was that was on a left to right game.
Yeah, I was talking about how annoying some of the characters on Mario 2 were.
Yep. I said it.
Did you?
Yeah, pretty sure.
No, I think I did.
Oh, okay.
Well, either way, somebody said that the sun was the you said the cactus, which is in. Yep. Oh wait,
I think he's on that board.
The cactus is on the sun level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. And then I was like, yeah, the sun.
Yeah.
Not even the right fucking game.
100%.
So. But I love reading that shit. I love all the people that didn't know some of the stuff we were saying. I even like the haters that are hating on us. It's just fun.
Yeah, the best part's when we talked about like We had a huge video talking about why Mario 2 was the way it was, and it was another game that got made into another game, and then people will write comments about telling us the exact story that we just told.
Yeah, people will comment on our video with like we're giving the explanation of Mario 2. They comment with the explanation of Mario 2. It's like, what are you doing?
We just said that.
That's what the video, and I love when people are like, did you not just watch, like you watched the same video we did, huh?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get right into it, man.
Yep.
Let's get into some topics. This is the fun stuff. I'm going to start with the fun one. Toploader NES. This is actually the NES 2.
Yeah, most people probably haven't even seen that, or maybe until they got older.
So the reason that the Toploader was created is because this was released after the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
The reason it was created was to reduce manufacturing costs because there's less to it. And it's a top loader. There's none of the moving parts inside. It's overall much smaller in comparison to the regular NES.
It's like they compacted it and then made it like the Super Nintendo.
And,
you know what I mean? Like it's more Super Nintendo than it is.
Right. And this was released in October of 1993.
That's why I never had one. Because
100% why I never had
one. I
one.
never had one.
In full.
That's the first one I have.
Yeah. It took me starting to collect to really know about top loaders.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I'm not embarrassed to say.
Nah, dude, I had a Nintendo my whole life.
There's going to be a lot of people that did have this one though because they got them later in life. And another thing I was reading is there was still a demand for the NES, so they created this even with the Super Nintendo being out because the games were cheaper.
Yeah.
The games were cheaper, the system was cheaper.
Yeah, they were already moved on, but they knew people still wanted that.
Yeah, there was a market for them,
and
they wanted to accommodate,
hiking up the prices to the Super Nintendo games.
So, along with the top loader,
we got the dog bone.
The dog bone controller was introduced, and I didn't realize that this is where this originated. I had this
before we even had the top loader.
We had this dog bone controller before we had the top loader, and I was just like, "Oh, dog bone! I've seen that before. I used to see it all the time, but did not realize that this was released with that, which I think is a pretty dope design."
Yeah, I mean, it's like they basically just took the NES controller
exactly what they
morphed it into a Super Nintendo controller.
Right, they were just like, all right,
with 2 less buttons.
That's exactly what they did. I mean, it's just dead up like
it's a better feel.
Doesn't have the top buttons. Nope. It's just a dumbed down version of it. So
shout out to our boy Antonio.
Shout out to Antonio Pantoja for coming through with the donation package. Probably the best donation package we've gotten.
A couple times already.
Oh. Yeah, he's had. He's given us so much stuff, and Top Loader is probably the highlight of that whole thing.
100%.
I've been looking at these online for a long time.
Yeah, and if you don't know, like if you put how the trouble of NES games, getting them in the systems and making them work, and this like cuts all that out.
100%. They say it works every time because when you put the game in, when you push down on a regular NES, it bends. The pins back there bend, and you lose the connection. On this, you put it in, they connect immediately, and it works every time. I've never had it not work. Full transparency, though, I've only used it
a few times.
5 times.
Our old Nintendos are still hooked up.
Yeah. So this is more for, like, we have it. This is a collection piece. All right, y'all. So this next one we got
is near and dear to our hearts.
Man.
Middle school hearts.
Anybody that was in school in the 80s and early 90s can immediately relate to this topic. The starter jacket.
It was a must-have.
Nothing was more important in your life. If you had anything, if you had a starter jacket and went to school, you could have a whack-ass fit. I'm talking a whack-ass fit. But if you put the starter jacket on top of it.
That little logo right there.
If you put the starter jacket on over the whack fit, it brought it all together. It made none of the other shit matter. If you had a dope jacket.
You had to bring it home too, boy.
You were all right.
It didn't matter. You could leave your book bag, anything at school. Do not leave your jacket.
And if you left your jacket.
Gone.
If you left your jacket laying exposed.
Gone.
Out of your sight. Gone.
It didn't even have to be out of your sight. People were trying to steal your jacket.
Oh, dude, people were getting robbed for starter jackets.
100%.
I was reading some stories on it. People were getting murdered for starter jackets. That's crazy.
for a jacket.
But yeah, check out the Oakland A's,
That's
baby.
cool, man.
Look at the starter jacket. You know what I mean?
The Las Vegas Athletics.
Yeah, the Las Vegas Athletics right now moving forward. But Will's got the Buffalo Bills on.
This is my middle school jacket.
So many. Oh, and you know what we got to get? Like, well, I was online the last couple days. I'm like, am I about to start collecting starter jackets?
100%.
I think I want to.
Yep.
I really think I want to start collecting starter jackets.
I lost my original,
Mm-hmm.
and then got on eBay and found my exact jacket I had and got it.
Yeah, they're all over eBay, and I'm going to show you one here in a little bit. You're going to be like, holy shit.
And it still had the
You got
toggles.
the top.
I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
if you
remember?
know about those.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is another thing. If you fell asleep in class, somebody was stealing these.
Absolutely.
Because all they got to do is take this little knot out. Because I knew
Yep.
people that had
Yeah,
10
they would share them and
toggles.
trade them and shit,
Yep.
and you would buy extra ones in
Toggles,
different
man.
colors. Yeah, the toggles were basically like
an accessory that you had to have.
yeah, and you could trade for
Yeah,
them.
you could even look cooler than you do in your normal jacket with 10 toggles hanging.
10 different colors of toggles, baby. I forgot all about the toggles.
Toggles are they're super cool.
But a little history on Starter. You know when it started? 1971.
Damn.
Starter.
Because of those jackets like that.
Yeah, I love these types.
These
of jackets.
came out later. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
these
sure.
were the 80s and 90s right
Yeah.
here. They started, but do you know why they became so popular?
I don't.
What brought them into pop culture?
I do not know.
Athletes started wearing
Yeah,
them.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
That would have been my
athletes
guess.
and musicians, and it was the
The actual players of the guys you're wearing.
that's right, and honestly, hip hop, the MTV era where hip hop was like in the early 90s.
Everybody
really
was
starting to
representing their
dominate.
team.
All the hip hop, all the hip hop artists were wearing starter hats because starter
I
hats
remember,
are a big
yeah,
deal.
I had all kinds of starter hats.
Starter hats are a big deal too, and the jackets, they were wearing them. And believe it or not, DJ Jazzy Jeff was a big part of bringing it into the hip hop community.
That's funny.
Yeah, he introduced it and steamrolled it, or what do you call that? He just got behind it.
What do you have, a Phillies one?
Yeah, of course. He was pushing it big time, and he was in the commercials and talking about starter hats. He actually, with a starter hat, showed somebody at Starter the way that he handles his hats. He took it and flipped it and did the bill like this and put it on. And the guy was like, "Whoa, what was that?" They ended up shooting a commercial
That's
with
cool.
DJ Jazzy Jeff doing that. Yeah, hip hop athletes really brought starter jackets into the the public eye and into pop culture. I mean,
And kids like us just had to have.
had us in a chokehold.
Yeah, I mean, back then, you just had to have your team. Like, it was so cool that, you didn't want what your buddy had.
No.
You wanted your team.
Yeah, I had the pullover Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
The pullovers, remember those?
Yeah.
Had the pockets in the front. It was
Yeah,
like a hoodie or
little
something.
zipper.
Yeah, a little zipper right here,
Yeah.
and had the starter zipper
Yep.
right there. Yeah, and those. Do you have a starter zipper?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Show that. That is iconic right there.
I don't know if they can see
Do I
that.
have one? Oh, no, I got a button up. That is
That's the OG original right there.
that is iconic. Look, we got another one right here.
That's the Louisville original. That's my dad's original.
Represent. So yeah, starter jacket, status symbol. I remember probably the most recognizable starter jacket is probably like a Raiders starter jacket or
They were big popular.
Charlotte Hornets.
Hornets were really popular.
That pullover Charlotte Hornets.
Yep.
The colors were bright and crazy.
I mean, and the Bulls. Like,
Yeah, and the
everyone,
Bulls. Yeah.
back in that era, Jordan, we got
Yeah.
to see a god playing basketball. So everyone.
That's right. This right here, this style, they were always black.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And had the teams like that. And then you had those pullover styles, which were
They got
like
a
the
little
team
colorful.
colors.
Yep.
It was the team colors, which I think it's really dope how they.
And you know what I also say?
What?
These are well-made jackets.
Yeah.
Think of how old this is. This thing is perfect.
Yeah, they were expensive too.
Yeah, perfect, dude. Just legit, everything perfect. Even that one,
Yep.
one.
There's no telling how old this one is.
I mean, look, it looks fine.
There's no telling. I have no idea how old it is, but I mean, it's held
You got-
up.
That's a Jose Canseco jacket.
You know that. I love this jacket.
But yeah, starter jackets was like part of my middle school experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you think of when you think of middle school, what was more prevalent other than maybe shoes?
Yeah,
maybe some Jordans.
100%. If you had good shoes and a jacket, you were good to go.
I remember I walked in with the starter jacket and the Reebok pumps. Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Nah, them pumps were on fire back then.
The pumps were everything.
100%.
All right, cool. Starter jackets.
Boom. Boom.
The best basketball game of all time. One of the best video games of all time. NBA Jam, and might I add, the Tournament Edition is the best one ever. Yes. NBA Jam Tournament Edition doesn't get any better than this. On the Sega is my preference.
I don't give a shit. They're all awesome.
It doesn't matter.
Super Nintendo.
They're all amazing. The first thing you think of when you think of NBA Jam, he's on fire.
It's the best.
He's heating up.
Dude, when you got that basketball on fire,
the flames coming off of that ball.
You just started getting, like, your heart would race. Because you knew you were about to never miss.
Never. Such a cool game. Just the exaggerated play.
Yeah, they found a way to make a basketball game like the most possible fun. Like, they took the realism out of it, but kept it just enough to make you never want to stop playing it.
I want to play it right now.
We do.
I know we still
have tournaments.
This is probably the most played game that we have.
Yeah.
And,
we have game nights, and when we have them, that's our number one go-to for tournaments.
We're doing one this weekend, and you better fucking believe we'll be playing this probably most of the time.
Yeah.
The iconic sounds. There's more. I don't want to miss any.
And we got to meet the guy.
Boom shakalaka. I mean, come on. Yeah, and we got to meet. I forgot his name. I didn't write his name down, but super cool guy. I mean,
we should probably look it up. It ain't on there. I mean, it's on there. Jim.
Yep. But yeah, he signed. We have an NBA Jam banner up here that he signed for us. The sound effects are amazing. I can't say that enough.
The little squeaks of the shoe.
The
money.
The dunks are just ridiculous.
And then when you block somebody.
Yep. And what's funny is there's 0 rules except for the 2 rules. No, there's only 1 rule. And I can't believe this is a rule. I mean, you can literally push somebody down. You can
goaltending.
Yep. Goaltending
happens a lot.
I feel like
I'm pretty sure you goaltended me like a lot last time we played.
Yeah. I feel like you should just be able to goaltend.
Yeah, I mean at that point.
And with all the rules being out the door, just fucking
stand under the rim and goaltend every shot.
The whole time. And then that makes it you got to like dunk even more.
Yeah, that was fun. Man, it's still fun.
And, you can play with real players, which is really dope. And you get all their physical attributes that they have.
Yep. And then you can sub in and out.
In between, quarters.
Quarters? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do it in between quarters. But what sucks is Michael Jordan was not on
the
it.
Games back then.
They would not license it. So you get like Scottie Pippen and like Tony Kukoc or something.
Yeah.
Is that how you say his name?
Kukoc.
Kukoc. Fantastic. I mean.
Yeah, you just had to find the right 2 guys that you love to play with.
And you know who I always play with? Sean Kemp and Gary Payton.
That's the best too.
That's the best. That's the squad.
You get the glove, and then you get the guy that can dunk on anybody.
And then if you're like, all right, I've been dunking enough, or I've been shooting enough, then you sub out Gary Payton for deadlift shrimp.
Yeah, shoot some threes
and just bang threes from the corner the whole time. My guy's on fire. Let me see.
Who's y'all's favorite?
Yeah, who's your team?
Who's your 2?
Who is your team on NBA Jam? And another cool thing is you can put cheat codes in.
That was the best, man.
You can play with the Beastie Boys.
Yep.
You can play with Bill and Hillary Clinton.
I remember trying to back then we couldn't look on the internet, so I remember trying to find who the hell you could be.
Yep, Nintendo Power.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had no idea.
Yep.
Who you could be.
Right, and you would find cheat books or something that would have all that information in it.
You get those codes, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, and they would release it in the strategy guides and stuff.
Yep.
And oddly enough, we just talked about
Jazzy Jeff.
I
was gonna say he's
Fresh Prince. Yeah, he was on there.
You could use the creators of the game and shit.
Right.
You didn't even know who the hell.
And there were also codes to make your head huge.
Yep.
You could
the ball different. It was all cool, man.
You could do codes to change up to where you're always on fire.
Yep.
And all just just a super cool game with
They nailed it.
the only thing they had in mind was having fun.
Yeah, they
when
nailed
made
it, bro.
They didn't care what it meant to have fun. And compared to every other sports game from that era, I mean, it's way above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like the realistic sports games or the ones that were going for realism, they don't hold up.
Nope.
When you go back and play them, you're just like, you know, there you might nostalgia might bring you back to playing those old games, but they're not fun.
No.
Don't lie to yourself.
No.
Most of them aren't.
That game is still fun.
You
today.
play this game, and you know it originated on an arcade and then was ported from the arcade.
Yeah.
But it's a little older or younger than I thought. I thought it was early like 1990. It was 93 on arcade. And then they ported it in 93, and the tournament edition came out in 1994. I guess that's right. When I think about it, I guess that's right. I guess I played it in 93 on the arcade because I did play it first on the arcade.
Yeah, I did too. But they nailed it, man. Was it Midway?
Yeah, Midway.
Midway killed it.
Yeah, but Acclaim, Midway. Yeah, it sold a bunch. The rights changed hands a bunch, and there were a bunch of other games after this one.
Yeah, like Hang Time,
and all that. They were all.
Man, they could still make it today with all today's players, and I'd play it
for sure. They should. But you know, we were talking about Arch Rivals. This is the continuation of Arch Rivals.
Yeah,
I was reading about it. So same people made it.
They were like, "Look, if we're gonna do this, let's go crazy."
So, yeah. NBA Jam. We've been wanting to talk about this one for a long time.
Yeah, super fun.
Hopefully we did this one justice. I love it. I love everything about it. I love all the players. Like I said, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, come get some. We're gonna do a tournament on this as well. A public tournament at some point. You can get in it.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Shout out to those sound effects. Okay, I'm going to bring this up, and I'm just going to catch you off guard with this one. Just because we got such a response off of the Mario 2, and just organically what I saw in the comments was a lot of arguing over what the best of the three was on the NES. The best Super Mario games. Was it Super Mario 1, 2, or 3? And I want to ask you your opinion.
I thought about it a lot, too, because of that.
You saw it? Did you see that?
I saw a bunch.
I want to rank the Super Mario Brothers games on the NES. Super Mario 1, Super Mario 2, and Super Mario 3. And just a short reason why.
Yeah.
And I want to know your rankings as well. What do you guys think?
Which a lot of people did leave rankings.
A lot of people left rankings. I'm just going to give a quick one. I say it's got to be... For me, number 2, Super Mario 2 is the best Mario game on the NES because it's so weird and quirky and out there and the story behind it. That's why I love Super Mario 2. Now, it's not lost on me that Super Mario 3 is obviously an iconic game and probably meant way more to the future of gaming than Super Mario 2. I know that.
So you're going 3, 2?
No, I'm going 2.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No, 3. You're going. Number 3 is second.
Yeah. So
and then
my number
Mario
1
is 3.
Yeah. So Super Mario 2 is number 1. Super Mario 3 is number 2, and Super Mario 1 is number 3. Now without it, without Super Mario 1, none of it would have happened. No telling where gaming would be today if not for Super Mario 1.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking like most influential, it started everything.
It probably, yeah.
But it can't hold up once the graphics got better. And
yeah, Super Mario 3 was like...
2 and 3 just were...
Well, when Super Mario 3 came out, you knew that the gaming world...
They hit another
level.
You
could see the progression.
Yeah, you could.
You could really see the progression, and you were like, oh,
You're
shit.
like, this is never going to stop.
Yeah, they're only going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
Every time there's a new release of a game, it's going to be better than the last time.
Yeah, for sure.
That's when you really realized it. But like I said, Super Mario 2 has a special place for me. I can't really put my finger on it.
Yeah,
I just like how weird it is and how it wasn't really supposed to happen that way, but yet it did. And then it introduced iconic characters like the Shy Guy and some others. I love it. So Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, Super Mario 1. What you got?
Mine's going to be a little controversial, but a little bit because like I say my number 1 has got to be 3, just because of the fact that it's a real Mario game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 2 is I love 2. Playing it, I loved playing 2 more than I do 3. But 3 was like the perfect Mario game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it incorporated everything from 1, shit from 2, and like just went to another level with flying and fucking. I mean, it was just warps and hiding behind blocks and going to different like whistles and like like it changed the game. Like
it really did.
But like 2 was I had more fun playing. But I can't give it number 1 because I know it's Doki Doki Panic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not Mario.
I got
they
you.
didn't even make it. Like that's not even
That's
Mario.
a good point.
Like
That's a
so
good
I
point.
can't I loved it.
Yeah.
And like I told somebody it was a beautiful mistake. You know
That's
what
a
I
good way
mean?
to put
Like
it.
cuz it changed it's in the movie. Like the shit from 2 is in the Mario movie.
Yeah.
And always will be iconic characters and like change the whole Mario game. But like 3 was like what the guy I think thought he was getting for when he got that Super Mario 2. You know what I mean? He was hoping it was something like that instead of like the lost levels. You know what I mean? Like he was like, I want some new crazy shit, like feathers and people flying. And,
Yeah.
But like 3 to me was perfect. Like it's a perfect Mario game.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Yeah, you can't argue with that.
No,
I mean,
but people said, like, I heard people say, like, Mario 2 is my favorite, and I was like, I agree. And then they'd be like, Mario 3 is my favorite, and I'd be like, I agree.
yeah.
Like, I couldn't.
Yeah. But when you really put them all out there, the better game is probably Mario 3.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, but like
As
you said,
far as the complete package.
yeah, but I say, like, like 2 is still good because it's so weird.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
to me, the like replayability, 2 is awesome because it gave you characters. You got to pick 4 characters, which never happens. You know what I mean? Like Mario 1, you just saw Luigi when you were playing 2-player. You got to, you know what I mean? But like 1-player, I played with Mario the whole fucking time until somebody came to my house. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but like 3 was just perfect game, and then 2 was just so weird. It was more fun to me. And like you said, going into weird worlds and potions and like throwing shit. You couldn't hit bricks. Like it changed the whole narrative of Mario.
It really did.
So I mean, like 2 could very easily be up to number 1 for me, but I just don't give it that notch because I know it's Doki Doki Panic now.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's a great point. In Mario 3, one thing that stands out for me that is probably the coolest feature of the 3 is the raccoon.
Yeah,
when he turns into the raccoon,
you
can fly. It's like,
get
holy
off me.
shit!
Hitting that button.
That on the first level where that first little runway, you take off and you fly up to the clouds up there.
Yeah, it's the best, bro.
Amazing.
Yeah, and like another thing 3 did, where they had that map where you go to boards. That's still what they use today. Like I was just playing Mario Wonder, and that's exactly it's just more advanced now. But I mean, they still kept that throughout the years.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. How long did you sit if you had to go do something or if you had to wait a second with that map screen on?
Yeah, you could just sit there.
And the clouds dancing.
Yeah, you could just sit there. You didn't have to pause, nothing.
You didn't have to do anything. It would stay there forever.
Yep. And it was one of the first games you had inventory.
Yeah, you did have
an inventory. You could
inventory.
stack shit.
Yep.
Like, all right, I got my whistle, I got the feather or the leaf.
Yeah, we'll do a whole thing on Mario 3, but I just wanted to.
For sure.
I saw the arguments going on in the comments,
and I had a hard time disagreeing with a lot of you.
I really did too. There was a lot of great points.
It was 3 and 2. A lot of people hated 2.
They did.
No one hates 3, but you know what I mean. I didn't see that once, but
I think I saw
a lot of people didn't like 2 because it was so weird.
Yeah. But
to me, I tell those people, go back and play it as an adult. And 100%. I think you'll appreciate it.
I think maybe that's what happened to me. I think my appreciation grew when I played
100%.
it like 10 years ago.
I did beat it as a kid.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, there were people in there saying that they didn't.
I beat it.
Yeah,
I remember the day.
Yeah, clearly Mario is these games on the NES have a special place in everyone's heart.
Yep.
Because, like I said, when we put this video up, it ignited all kinds of conversation.
Yeah.
So,
The Mario Brothers is still strong in all of us.
give us your argument for your order. Give us the 3 Mario games on the NES. Give us your order.
Yeah,
And why?
And we're just sticking with NES because there's a lot of, Super
people-
Nintendo, Super Mario World was awesome.
Like
the games just kept getting better, man.
people kept adding that one in there into
and
the argument.
Mario
I feel like
64, man.
we gotta have a different conversation for Super Mario World. You had a lot more. You had a better system. We can't compare the two.
Mario 64 might have been my favorite. Mm-hmm. Like that game changed the game to me.
No, I'm excluding Mario.
Just NES.
I'm excluding Super Mario World. Don't add it. You had these. It's not the same. Okay,
Yeah.
we're talking about an 8-bit NES system versus the 16-bit Super Nintendo system. It's not the same.
No.
What do you think about how do you remake a game? Say, for instance, Super Mario 3. What does that mean? I saw people talking about.
They're making new games now.
I know, but people were saying a remake.
They just remade the Super Mario RPG.
So. What do they do? Just give it a better,
I think they
clean it up, or
pump it up a little bit, pump up the graphics, and make it just a little more pleasing to the eyes.
I saw people saying something about the controls.
Yeah, maybe, and they just pretty much redid F-Zero. Like we talked about that.
Yeah. I guess you're right. I guess
it's
that
the same game, same boards, everything.
And it just looks a little better.
They were just like, let's make it online.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't do it then. I've had that thought for a long time.
About what?
About how cool would it be? Because, as you evolve as a gamer, online became like everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, how cool would it be to be able to go play like Contra online?
Mm-hmm.
Like you and me, I'm at home, you're at home.
Mm-hmm.
We're together playing Contra.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Or like any game that you would do that for.
Yeah.
The tank game. Remember, like any game that we could play 2-player back then, Double Dragon, like any 2-player game that you would be able to play, you could be online with each other. Because now Nintendo Switch is online.
Mm-hmm.
How cool would it be able to play 8-bit games online with your buddies?
Yeah, it'd
not
be
at the
badass.
same house.
Yeah, it'd be badass.
Because my whole careers we played alone until someone came to your house.
Right.
And you'd be like, oh, here, finally.
Yeah.
Like most of my career was single player.
For sure.
Like now all these games coming back, like how cool would it be to be able to play online with like they're doing with the new games. Just make them, reskin them, make them better, make them graphics look a little cooler. Then you can end up playing 2-player at home. That to me is what they should do.
Okay, well, I'm glad I asked.
But like you said, like I did see that thing where they're going to remake Mario 3, or they're thinking about it, which I don't know.
Did you send that to me?
Yeah, I sent it. I don't know what they could do. Like,
that's what I'm saying. But I mean, I guess they could soften the edges a little bit.
Make it online.
That'd be cool.
Let me play.
Or they could give it the whole treatment, like the Mario Wonder treatment, but it's the same game.
Yeah.
Like they keep it the same, but make the graphics look like that.
That'd be cool.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be sick.
And potentially give the controls some different things.
Yeah.
He can do different things.
That'd be cool.
Different jumps and shit.
I thought about like if they could make a Zelda 2-player. Mm-hmm. Like just throw you in there as a different color Zelda.
Yeah.
Or Link.
Yeah. Like some Sonic and Tails type shit.
And you run together.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That would be badass. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. Another infamously hard NES game, Marble Madness. You remember this fucking thing?
Yeah.
Fuck this game. If you want to use, if you need a clay pigeon, if you need a shooting clay, here you go. Marble Madness. Pull. Fuck this game. It's hard as hell.
Yes, and it's like it's a good title too because it's maddening. It should say Marble Maddening.
I had this game, and I'm not really sure why I asked for this game, but I did have it. I'm
pretty sure I rented it.
In my collection, I had this game, and it was so hard. It's just, what do you call that, where you do that thing? You know what I'm talking?
I gave your son one.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Labyrinth?
Yeah, like a labyrinth. It's like an NES Labyrinth game. I believe that's what it is called. Yeah, it's so damn hard. It's a fucking stupid marble. You just have to move all around. I mean, I know there's going to be people talking about they love this game, but I mean, put it in right now. It's a sack of shit.
Yeah, it's pretty. It'll piss you off.
Like the first level, you're like, oh, this is fun, and then you're on the second level, and this slinky fucking eats your marble, and then hard ass game. I don't have much to say about it except for I'd like to use it.
Yeah, It's not gonna get played at our game nights. I'll tell you that.
Hell no. I've been wanting to talk about it, and that's all I really want to say. Micro machines, and I'm telling you, the only reason micro machines were a thing were because of that ad campaign. Dude was spitting.
Yeah, I mean that's all I remember about it.
That's pretty much all I remember about it was dude just talking fast as hell. Oh wait a minute, let me turn this off.
But like I remember getting them, like because after a while you're like, Mom and Dad, I need a
let me check them out.
But when I got a micro machine, I was like, this fucking sucks. Like these are like shitty Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
like because we already had Hot Wheels, so like you were trying to sell us on smaller Hot Wheels.
Yeah, can you see the dude in the marketing meeting? Listen.
I know they already got.
In the presentation, he's like, listen. So you know Hot Wheels, right? What if we do Hot Wheels, but we shrink them?
We shrink them.
And then we get a dude to talk fast in the ad campaign. I don't know the correlation between the tiny car and fast, but there's something there.
It's gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna work. And you know what? I did buy into it.
I mean, they sold fucking Hot Wheels. They sold micro machines.
I had them, and I remember the little cities that would come with them, and then they would fold up in a little case, and you put all your little micro machines in there.
Dude,
they were all right.
Garbage.
They were all right. I fucked with them. I had a couple micro machines, but I definitely think. I don't know if it's different today than it was back then, but I feel with the invention of the internet that kids aren't as easily hooked by toys and stuff like we were back in the 80s.
Anything new
in the
we
90s.
Had to have.
Because all you had was the television to see this stuff. Now, just shit's presented to you all the time, and you can't have everything. But when you're watching TV and you see these ads, you're just like, yes, I want that.
I need that.
It was like it was like for real brainwashing the kids.
It was
brainwashing us into wanting these products. I mean,
we had to have anything new that had a commercial,
and was during our cartoons or on the mornings. I mean, you had to have
like G.I. Joe's, Mask, fucking Thundercats, fucking G.I. I mean, everything, bro.
What about Mad Balls?
Those were hot for a minute too.
Mad Balls were dope.
I wish we had one.
I really do too, and they're expensive as fuck if you look online.
I know, I saw.
They would come in the package with just the head, right? But I had one that had the whole body.
I looked it up, remember?
Yeah,
one day.
It's like $100. It's got a button on the back and it shoots the head. I had the little purple guy with the little horn on top.
Yeah.
I love Mad Balls, man. They were ugly, cool. Disgusting.
It was like in the line of like Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Like it was like, this is gross.
It was like an action figure of Garbage Pail Kids or something.
Like this is something you shouldn't have.
Right. And I remember you could collect them in the plastics. Think now if we had those.
Oh my gosh. And think now if you had everything from our childhood.
You don't even think about it. I mean, at the time, why would a kid think about it?
I mean, we think about it with these CIB complete in box on NES. Like, how would you get your new G.I. Joes, like a new Snake Eyes, and then take it home and don't take it out of the box? Like, you don't rip that fucking clear plastic off immediately.
Yeah,
how in the hell?
You don't. Do me a favor. Go on eBay and look up Mad Balls in the package from the 80s. Holy shit.
Or look up G.I. Joe's, the originals in the package.
Look up any toy from the 80s in the package.
Ninja Turtles in the package.
God. Even 90s. But love the Mad Balls.
They're cool.
Mad Balls over Micro Machines all day.
100%.
Long. But the Micro Machine guy was spitting bars.
He was spitting.
That dude was spitting bars.
Like he was the fastest rapper, and he didn't
like
even know
now
it.
They could recreate the commercial and have like Twista doing it or Eminem doing it. That'd be hilarious.
Back then, that dude was rapping.
Yeah. He had some real bars. I remember seeing him on like talk shows and stuff.
He got famous for a minute.
All right.
But you know how I know they lost?
Why?
Because we still see Hot Wheels.
We for sure. Yeah, they're
My
everywhere.
son collects Hot Wheels right now.
Hot Wheels are cool, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's right now. And
Hot
it's
Wheels are for real cool.
2023, and that I haven't seen a Micro Machine.
What's
in a while.
cooler than a little car, that
Yep.
looks just like an actual car and rolls really good. Those things can roll.
I like looking under them and see the year.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it's a 94.
I remember I had this like 57 Chevy one that had like the flames down the side, but it was a 57 Chevy.
Those are dope. I remember when I got like the Knight Rider. Mm-hmm. Fuck you, bro. That was mine.
That was always a sure thing, if you're like if your parents are like, you can get you can get one toy, no
Throw
more than
Hot Wheel on
$5 or something. You're like, well, I know I can get a Hot Wheel.
Yeah, I got that DeLorean, bro. It was fire.
You had a DeLorean?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't even know that was a thing. For the PlayStation 1, Tin Shoe Stealth Assassins. Absolutely badass ninja game. Do you know this game?
Hold on. I don't think I do.
Bro, this game is amazing right here. When this game came out, this was on the PlayStation 1. This is when it changed. This is when games changed for me. This is the first real open world that I remember playing on, maybe aside from Tomb Raider. When I think of the PlayStation 1, I think of Tomb Raider and I think of Tin Shoe. Maybe a lot of people probably don't, but I do, because this was the first game that I was exposed to on the PlayStation 1. This game is a real ass ninja game, like Ninja Gaiden and what were the other games? The other ninja games, what were the Shinobi? Mm-hmm. Shinobi, all of those were like side scroller games. This was a real ninja game where you could jump up on roofs in like this village, and you could sneak down down the roof and look over the roof line at bad guys down there, and you jump behind them and fucking slit their throat.
Do real ninja shit.
And blood would splatter everywhere. A dog would start running to you, and you just would be like, slice this dog. Badass game right here. The story was dope. Everything about this,
We'll have to play it.
Dude,
you got a PlayStation.
Oh my God. Like, this was the first purchase I made once we got the PlayStation. I got on eBay, found this. Such a dope ass game. Just real ninja shit right here. You got this thing, you shoot it on the roof, it pulls you up to the roof. And it really made you, and you have like free reign of this village. You can go into buildings.
I probably did play it at one time.
I don't remember another game like that up until this game. And when I really don't think there was, for me, you can say that Zelda is an open world game. It's different.
I know what you mean, yeah.
It's not.
That was more of a sandbox.
It's 2D.
Yeah, that was a sandbox.
This is like 3D. Like you're walking around. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's technically 3D, but you're walking around and it feels like you are.
Yeah.
Like now you kind of take it for granted when you're playing games. I mean, that's part of every game.
Yeah.
If you have a game where you're a person or in the game, you're just walking around. Well, at the time, that shit was not normal.
Yeah,
that was hard for these developers. So yeah, we should play this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Easily the best. There's like a part 2 and everything, but I'm with the OG. Tin Shoe Stealth Assassins OG on the PlayStation 1. Best game on the PlayStation.
Wow.
I said it. Another PlayStation 1 game, Twisted Metal.
That was the first. That's what I remember.
I almost said that too. Like, I think of this game.
That's the first game I think I played on PlayStation.
On PlayStation 1 was Twisted Metal. This was
at Buddy's house.
This was early on in the series. This the clown, the iconic clown with his head bouncing around and on fire. Mm-hmm. His name is Sweet Tooth. This was a badass game.
Yeah, let me see. This was, to me, what introduced me to PlayStation. Like, I played it a lot.
You drive around in whatever vehicle you choose, and the only goal was to blow up the opponent.
Yeah.
Be the last man standing.
Like a crash 'em up derby. Sweet Tooth, Hammerhead, Pit Viper, Outlaw, Mr. Grimm, Thumper, Dark Side, Crimson Fury, Roadkill, Spectre, Warthog, and Yellow Jacket.
Oh my God, so much nostalgia there.
I remember being all of them.
I do too. Different levels, different settings, just badass. Just everything about the game was badass.
It really was.
You just blow shit up. Shoot the rockets, blow your shit up.
Like, what a fun game. 1995.
Yeah, it was 1995, and that was the first game in that genre where the the vehicle fighting type of game.
Yeah, that's fun, man. That would still be fun now.
This is fun.
For like the PlayStation graphics when it came out, you were like, holy shit.
So the PlayStation 1 was 32-bit. So it did double the Super Nintendo, but it came out around the same time as the Nintendo 64. So for the longest time, I thought that they were directly in competition with each other. I thought they were equals. I really did think they were equals too.
But the PlayStation, man, sort of like had a bump with graphics because I guess the disc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
From
the cartridge.
From what?
64.
See, I don't know.
Like, I thought the way that looked, to me, didn't look so far away from the 64. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yes,
know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Yes. So that's why I thought they were.
Yeah, that's why I agree.
I thought they were in the same area. But I will say, going back and playing the Nintendo 64 and then going back and playing the PlayStation 1, they're not even close.
Yeah, you could tell.
They're not even close. Yeah, the Nintendo 64 is way better as far as the graphics. Everything.
Yeah, go play like Zelda 64
and everything that
Mario.
it can do. Yeah, but a lot of the PlayStation 1 games don't really hold up. You can see a lot of flaws.
But man,
they were doing everything. They were working with what they had.
Yeah, and PlayStation came out with a bang. Like,
dude, when it came out, I was like, oh shit.
Look who's still here.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I mean, they're top of the game.
Yeah.
Like, you might think, you like your Nintendo Switch and all.
Yeah.
But PlayStation and Xbox been ruling for a few while.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I still love PlayStation. PlayStation 1 will forever hold a special place in my heart because I was a teenager when that came out, and Tomb Raider on there, Twisted Metal, Tin Shoe, Crash Bandicoot, all the sports games.
Yeah,
forget about it. Now, let's have some fun. All right, I need everyone to stop what they're doing and sign this petition right here in the comments. Just get into the comments and sign this petition for the Sega Dreamcast, all right? We're trying to get it Sega. I got a couple meetings set up with them, all right? We're going to pitch this new Dreamcast idea. And some people are saying, how do you even make a new Dreamcast system? It died. It did this. It did that. Man, we know. We're talking about put all the new shit into them, all the online play, all the latest graphics, all of that shit. We're trying to create a brand new Sega system and just call it the Dreamcast. You know what I'm saying? With the same approach, you're gonna have the dope controller that has all the it has the little window on it, and you can do shit on the controller and control the game. Get in on this. Sign a petition for the new Sega Dreamcast.
Dreamcast 2?
Dreamcast 2.
Super Dreamcast?
Dreamcast 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Super Dreamcast is what you said?
Super Dreamcast?
Hey, Dreamcast 24. You know what I mean? Come on now. Everybody's talking about that they can't compete. We know they don't have the capital or the money, or we know they don't have the resources right now to create a brand new console from scratch and mass produce it to the market. However, Elon Musk, where you at, dog? You know what I'm saying?
He's busy.
He's busy, but my guy, he's kind of in this tech area, in this tech space. Go on and put the money up, Elon. Come on now. I know you played the Dreamcast back in the day. I know you were a gamer back in the day. It's right in your age group, well, sort of. But, I know you can see the value in it, okay? You walk up to any person right now that had a Dreamcast and ask them. Here, let me play a game with Will. Will, did you have a Dreamcast?
Mm-hmm.
Would you buy a Dreamcast 2.0?
Probably.
I'm going to ask you again. I need you to say yes. Will, did you have a Dreamcast?
Yeah.
You had a Dreamcast?
Yeah.
If Sega came out with a Dreamcast 2.0, would you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay. See what I'm saying? This is going to happen with everybody, all right? Anybody that knew anything about the Dreamcast, they're buying this.
I mean,
right
I think it'd be good for competition.
Yeah, I mean...
Because, Xbox, PlayStation,
Nintendo
are killing it right now. There's no,
Yeah,
That's it.
let them slide in, and you know what? Make exclusive Dreamcast games.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably some good brands out there that aren't doing too good right now. Will buy the rights to it and just say, you know what? Moving forward, it's all only on the Dreamcast.
And all the Sega, like that's what they do is make games now.
They make games, and so they're obviously a good game maker. So you know what? Just reevaluate. Keep your little licensing deals with whoever you got your Sega games going to Nintendo and all that.
Because now you can play like Sonic and
moving
stuff
forward
on Xbox.
That's right. But moving forward with the development of the Dreamcast, you know, develop 15 new games or something. Now, I know
you
I'm
could
saying
have exclusives. That's what PlayStation does. Like there's games.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, you can't get anywhere else.
That's
Xbox
all
has
I'm saying.
exclusives. Like
there you go. I'm gonna have my wife make up a logo for y'all. It's just gonna be the little swirl with a little 2 next to it, like Dreamcast squared.
Tuck's heading this whole fucking
Yeah, I'm head of the marketing team
for a system that doesn't exist.
I just need Elon to put up like $1 billion, you know, a cold $1 billion to create it from scratch.
Or we can crowdsource it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Hey, we're gonna set up a GoFundMe, and
he's gonna get nothing.
Y'all just send that money over, and you know, we'll make sure it gets to the right place.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Got to pay his wife for the logo.
Dreamcast 2.0. All right. Final thing I want to talk about before we go. I want to talk about back in the day when you're about 13, 14, 15. I don't know when you had your first real like encounters with alcohol, or when you first. How old were you?
I mean, like really drinking?
I mean, not like partying, but just like.
I remember like when I was like 12 and 13 when we'd steal a beer from my grandpa's fridge and go in the back and down it with a buddy.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember Mad
thought
Dog?
We did something.
Yeah, for sure. Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog 2020. I remember being almost being able to drink, but not in like 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go and get Mad Dog 2020s and drink. And it was the worst shit in the world.
It's wine.
Yeah.
Or it's supposed to be wine.
It is terrible.
It is the worst. And there was like the fruit punch.
Terrible.
And then the grape. Shit is whack, but
that I definitely remember.
Telling you, hip hop had us doing some dumb shit.
Yeah. 40s?
Yeah. Oh, dude, St. Ides.
OE?
Bro.
That's malt liquor.
We used to drop Jolly Ranchers in Zima, and I actually tried that
so
recently, like 5 years ago, and it was horrible.
Like, look, go buy this alcohol, and then go buy a bag of Jolly Ranchers, and then you're set for the night.
My buddy used to pour Kool-Aid packages, unsweetened Kool-Aid packages, into St. Ides.
That'd be all right.
And it would fizzle up and just spill over, and tasted like absolute trash.
That's funny. Like the first era of your drinking history is always terrible.
You know what? Tupac had us out there drinking Alizé, and that shit is terrible.
Yeah, I don't think
I used to
think
think that was top dollar, dude. And it was like $22 a bottle, and I'm like, God, bro, this is the most expensive shit.
I remember forcing myself to drink.
Is top shelf. In all actuality, that shit was bottom shelf.
Yeah,
but
right?
I mean, as a kid, you don't know.
It's just like the commercial, bro. He sold you on the lyric.
Yeah, 100%.
He probably owned half of it.
He had all these kids thinking, me and my friends thinking that we were really something, drinking Alizé, drinking Mad Dog,
Bro.
drinking St. Ides. All that shit was
Out there
trash.
forcing
Mad
ourselves.
Dog. We drank some wild shit back in the day.
Yeah.
I wonder what the equivalent of that is today.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, you know what else we used to drink? E&J. E&J VSOP.
100%.
Shout out to my boy Andre. E&J VSOP all day. And then if you were feeling really fancy, you just got E&J.
Yeah.
It was brandy.
Brandy,
And,
bro. We used to crush those bottles.
Yeah, they were all right. You get the
E&J was like a step up.
It was. It's like, it's funny. I see like videos today talking about it, and it, you know, people are making fun of it and saying that it's affordable. But back in the day, man, it felt so expensive.
That was not affordable to us.
Everybody put $5 on it. Get you a bottle of E&J VSOP.
Yeah.
That's a good weekend right
That's
there.
That's
a good Saturday night.
What got you into it? What was your first terrible drinking experience?
Look, tell me.
I would go steal my grandpa's Sterling beer.
Yeah, we didn't even drink beer. When I was a kid, we did not drink beer. It was E&J VSOP, it was Alizé, it was St. Ides, It was
Say
Colt
no.
45. It was OE.
Old English.
Old English. What were y'all drinking? Let me know. We're curious.
Yeah, it just shows you from the hood.
I think so. I think so. It really, whatever though. I mean, there was a lot.
Like there's people out there that's probably drinking bourbon. Dude, I remember when I was a young child at like a fucking normal get together, and I would normally go and like drink my grandpa's like Pepsi or Coke, and he had a cup.
Yeah.
I went over and chugged it, and it was bourbon, bro.
Oh god.
I don't even like. I just remember like I drank death.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I was so
fire.
young, like
Yeah.
8, 9.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the?
Yeah.
Like, and I still remember that to this day. Like
Yeah.
drinking that and looking at him and then them laughing. Because they
Oh,
knew.
that's harsh, boy.
Yeah, it
a
was.
kid
It's
on a
bad.
kid's
Oh my God.
on a kid's throat. Oh
Bro.
nah, hell no.
Like that is not Coca-Cola.
All right, y'all. That's the show, man. That's the show. You got anything else?
I don't think so.
I think that's it, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Follow that TikTok page. Follow that Instagram page.
Anywhere you see us on the internet waves.
I'm gonna try to get these uploaded to YouTube. It's just a lot of editing when it comes to YouTube. So sometimes, it takes me a while to get them up there, but we're not giving up on YouTube because the YouTube is actually growing.
All of them are. Instagram's growing.
With the TikTok blowing up how it has, people are going and following our other pages. And I actually saw a comment today of someone that said they saw our TikTok, found us on YouTube, and watched all of our episodes, and they love
like
it.
a lot of people like the shorts, but then if you want to watch the long form, you can go to Instagram, YouTube.
You can go to Spotify, you can go to Apple Podcasts.
Anywhere. We're there.
So I'm going to get it up there. And these podcasts may sound a little choppy the way we're doing them. We're not doing like a straight conversation. It's more a topic.
Topic-based.
We give our opinion on the topic and then move on to the next one. So if there's like some weird transitions, that's all it is. And it's just the way we got to do it right now because it works for our other formats, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So hey,
keep hitting us with those topics because we like them.
And stay in those comments telling us what you want to, arguing with us, clowning us.
Yeah, whatever.
Approving of what we're talking
We're
about.
trying to answer all of them.
We love it all, y'all.
Yeah, we're trying to answer as many as we see.
Thank you for tuning in to Super Retro. Like, all your support means so much.
Yes, sir.
Peace.